There's one. There's one. Woohoo! Old crappie. Crappie, look at that. I've been casting. Oh, just dragging, pulling my drag, just lifting him in. He's so big. Huge. Oh, huge crappie. Here, here, here. He fell off. No, don't go in yet. Don't go in yet. I'm going to turn you loose. Ah. Fell off the hook. I got a barbless hook. Look at that crappie. That is a huge crappie. I just dropped it down over the side. I've been casting out there, and I made probably about 10 casts. Didn't catch nothing but grass. I picked that up. Dropped it right down. I just dropped it down all the way to the bottom and moved it around a little bit. Started up with it. Got about halfway up, and he bit it. I don't know how far they were down there. I've been casting out. I've been throwing out there. I've been coming down here about every evening and fishing just a little bit. Catching one crappie. I've been catching them, throwing out there and letting it fall almost all the way to the bottom. Catching one crappie, and that's it. And I just decided, heck, I'll just let it down right by this dock. I know there's some grass growing all around, but there's a spot right here. There's not any grass. One crappie's all I've caught so far. I thought, well, I'd drop that down there and catch another one right quick. Boy, it stayed down there a long time. It's another crappie too. Another crappie. Look at that guy going crazy. Another one didn't fight near this bad. Golly, look at that one. Holy moly. That fish is going wild. All right, Jimmy, don't drop him, don't drop him, don't drop him. I got a little white marabou bait on here. Little stump jumper. Look at that fish. Okay, done twice as better than I've been doing the last few times down here. The other day I caught 3. I caught 1 crappie, those all, and 2 big bluegill. Now that one I left, you know, they're probably underneath this dock. They're probably underneath this dock, and I'm just coaxing them out by dropping that down there. Let me drop it down a little bit and see if we can get some pictures of them on the water. I'm just sure I'm gonna catch another one. Well, I might not, but I think I might. That's pretty good. Pretty good, 2 big old crappie. Wouldn't take too many of those to catch enough to have a big limit. I could watch Chris's video on catch, clean, and cook crappie. Learn how to cook them. Cook her and I a big mess. I just don't tackle that kind. I'm good with microwaves and baking ovens. That's what I'm good at. Huh. Drop it on down a little bit. I'm almost to the bottom. Get down below the crappie. I don't think they'll go down and get it. You have to stay up above them. I'm just kind of working it back and forth, letting that little 1/16 ounce white marabou jig swim around down there. Well, that was pretty good. I caught 2. See what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop on this side of the dock and drop it way down. The bugs are after me a little bit here. Mosquitoes don't ever bother us very well on this lake. Something about the water. We just don't worry too much about mosquitoes. Ooh, I think that was just a grass or a bluegill or something. Kind of scared me. Huh. Well, it worked for 2 fish. Maybe that's all I'm going to catch. I'm anxious for the time when I can just catch them one right after another. We've done that so much often at this dock. Chris and I come down here, but the grass is real high. Got to fertilize this week. I just can't seem to find any time. I'm so far behind on all the bookwork and emails and working with sponsors and so many things. We'll be at False Creek this Friday and Saturday. Golly. Come on, one more, just one more. It seems like I'm always asking for just one more. Just one more, just one more. Just one more, please, just one more. Oh, me. All right, I'm going to try back out there. I usually can catch 1 out there doing that, but I made 4 or 5 casts out there and never caught any, 0, none. And then I just dropped it right down under the boat, or under the dock, and caught one. Wonder if I can try another place or two. I don't know if there's any other places That's clean by the dock. See, real quickly it gets, when you drop it down there deep, real quickly it gets in the grass. It gets that little slime on it. There's slime growing on that grass too. So it's really not a good situation. Bass fishing, I'm sure, is just dynamite right now. Probably with a spinnerbait, a red man spinnerbait, or a legend spinnerbait. Drop it, that'll go all the way to the bottom, Jimmy. And move it around just a little bit. No dice. No moss, no moss. Oh, moss, 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 moss. Ah! Oh, you know what I think I'm doing? Oh, I think that I am, I don't know if that picture took or not. All of a sudden up on my screen came a deal that said, see that grass, that yellow, that yucky stuff on there? I still caught the fish. Now that's not a big crappie like the others was. It's an eating size crappie, but he's not giant like those others were. But you see this stuff right here? And one thing about it, if you got a barber's hook, you can get that stuff off a lot easier. But now that bait was down there a long time. I mean a long time before I caught that fish. I think they're under this dock, and I think what I'm doing, that first one come out and get it pretty easy, but I think the second one I was down there for a long time before he bit it. And then that one I was down there for a long time. I was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and finally caught it. So that's 3. Okay, I'm gonna move over to another side of the dock and see what happens. I'm gonna just leave this down there for just a second or two longer. You wanna push that rod tip down. See, like this, down. And work that bait, not up. Don't bounce it up, bounce it down. That's your best way to do it. I think I may have gotten the grass there down there. Got over and got to get some of that grass probably growing on some of the posts on my pier. Okay, let's look on the other side. My battery's going to go dead any second now.